Alrighty, as you can see from the photos there in the clip a second ago, we did get the car outside. We got it moving around and everything. We were able to overcome a couple issues that we had. I didn't really elaborate on a lot of things in yesterday's video because I didn't want to confuse the video with being the K-member swap with issues I have that were basically self-inflicted issues. Now, one issue that everybody's going to have with the K-member swap is the steering rack. We'll talk about what I did there in a second. As soon as I get done, I got my Loctite here. I want to get this new bolt in there. I have one that's a little bit too long. I got one a little bit shorter now. I'm going to put that in there with my lock washer, and I'm going to red Loctite that bolt because that's something I don't ever want to come out. Trust me, that would be bad, 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 bad. But, so, let me get under the car here. All right, like I said last night, we had to get the second tie rod. We got that on. Got this tie rod over here in place. So, that's something you shouldn't ever have to do. But apparently my tie rod ends didn't want to cooperate. We got everything greased under here, as you can see there, all fresh grease. That hook right there is what I use to tie the car down on the trailer. I lock those down really, 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 really tight with a big wrench so they don't come off. The car's been transported numerous times. Those are on the front for it. That has two hooks on the back we use for the back. How I overcame the steering issue here. One, 0.4-inch offset rack bushing, which you can see those in there now. That pushes it up just a smidge. That's about all you can do with that, okay? The next problem you're going to have is getting it to line up. See if we can see in here. Let me get the jack out, okay? I think it'd be easier if I got the jack so I can show you. All right, hold on one minute. This is the subject what we're talking about. This is my, the word of the Borgson joint that I had to put on here when I did the manual steering on it. At the very upper part up there, there's a little play at the top of the shaft. I'll go up there and show you where I had that bolt a second ago. If you loosen it up, you can pull it and have a 1/4 inch still be in the set spot of where the indention is for the set screw to hold it in place. So I moved that a 1/4 inch. All right. And there, at that point, then this moved a 1/4 inch up. So I was still lacking a solid 1/2 inch. Sorry, I was about to fall over trying to get up here. So what I had to do was, after I bolted that in and got it in there, is basically put a pry bar on that right there and beat it straight out of there. And I got it out a 1/2 inch. So that's how I did it. Steering works fine. Been down the road, been pretty quick down the road already, and no problems. It's still attached firmly. At some point, this car will go to an aftermarket column, but you know everything takes money, and we have to do things in a timely fashion. So, to let you know, there is a way around it. Instead of buying all these fancy extensions or just cutting it welded, you could cut it welded if you wanted to. But something that's that important, I didn't want to weld it myself. I would have took it to somebody if that's the route I had to go. I mean, welding a turbo kit, that's one thing. Turbo kit comes loose. What happens is you run over a turbo. That comes loose, you got no control of the car. And that could be bad, 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 bad. So that's why I did what I did there. Like I said, it wasn't that big a deal to overcome it. All you had to do was basically adjust that. If you look up there, there's a set bolt right there, right there. You loosen that bolt up, it has an Allen head in it. You take that out, and you can actually slide that shaft in and out of it. And there's a dimple in there, and it has enough room that it could move up 1/4 inch and still be inside that dimple. And then I'll re-locked it back down and Loctited it. And that's what I did there. I'm sure I could have did the same down here to got another 1/4, but I had just enough that I thought I could get it. So once I got it in there, I pulled as hard as I humanly could, harder than I probably pulled anything in my entire life, and it moved about 1/8 inch. And we read a few different posts, and there's one guy in particular that said all he did is he knocked this down, and he said there's some kind of plastic sleeve that allows a little movement in there, and you did it, and it came out of there, and he made his work, and he's been there for years, and it seemed to work for me. So that will work till I get an aftermarket column. So one huge cost avoided. Also, Saturday morning I ran up to the local tire store, and I had them take the Hoosiers off of my old wheels right there and put them on this, because Chase was using those wheels with my spanked radials, and he cut the shit out of both of them. So they're complete trash now. They were my drive around wheels, so really don't have much option now for if I want to drive the car to town and back, something like that. Either I'm going to do that or use my good radials. So I got no good options right now, so he kind of forked me in that one, but I did save the wheels. I told him to take the radials, throw them in the trash, because they were cut pretty bad. Had 2 deep grooves in them. Apparently, radials are not about that low life. This Monday afternoon, we had to do a slight adjustment. We had to tow this tire in. It had a little too much out. We did that with a field measurement here. It'll be good enough till we get to the alignment shop. Here we go there. See, that tire is pretty straight there. Obviously, we could do better, but it's what it is. There's that there. And the wheel's a little cockeyed in here, so don't let that confuse you. It has a little play in it. It's pretty much straight. So, heck yeah. So let me get this tire back on. Well, I was talking to myself the other day, and I went self, because that's how I call myself. I said, self, and I went, yeah, man, what's up? I said, hey, man, do you want to go fast or nah? And I was like, well, you know, fast costs money. And he said, well, you know, no, not fast, you're fast. I said, well, what do you mean my fast? He says, well, what do you think is fast? I said, man, to me, 530, 540, that's ripping it today. That is awesomely fast. That's where I want to be. He says, well, are you going to get there this way? I said, man, I don't think I'll get there. I mean, I'll get pretty darn close. I mean, what's a half a second between friends, right? So we decided, you know, we're going to do some stuff to make this car a little bit quicker. And you can't do it all in horsepower. You got to do it in other ways. So as you saw, we did the K-member in it. We are currently saving every penny we own right now to do the tube nose in it. When we did the brakes, like, we'll get back to the fact here, we know the K-member and the control arms, we saved 38 pounds. I weighed the motor mounts I took out of it versus what it comes with. We got 10 pounds there, so that's 48-ish. And then when we did the brakes, which I never talked about the weight of that, that was huge and substantial. We probably saved 50, 60 pounds. Let's just call it 50 for argument's sake. So let's say we're at 98-ish pounds off the nose of the car. So we're close to the 100 pounds. And then we took and cut out about 5 pounds worth of useless metal in the nose of the car that we didn't need. It was just things that went, the stuff wasn't even there. There's nothing to hurt it. The thing has huge gaping holes under where the fenders are now. They're still bolted on. They're still tight. They just don't have as many brakes as they used to have. Kind of where the turbo is and stuff. So I made the other side match. And so I lost 2 or 3 pounds worth of shit there. Stuff, things. So, you know, we're a solid 100 pounds off the nose of the car. And when last time we weighed, I think it was 3430 with Chase sitting in it full of fuel, full of everything, ready to go. Okay? I'm 75-ish pounds lighter than Chase, so you can figure the math out there with me in the car. Took 100 pounds off the nose. Well, one, that helps weight bias. That helps a lot. And that takes it down to 3330. And it's full interior car. Pretty much full interior car. It's missing the back seat, obviously. Still has full carpet. Let's look at it real quick. See there. It still has door handles that work. Now, what we're probably going to do here is we're probably going to go inside of here. We're going to lose a few things here and there, but nothing major. We don't want to lose structural integrity because this car still needs crashes in it because this cage isn't up to us. But we're going to lose a few things here and there. And we're going to pull this carpet out of it one day, but we're not going to leave it without carpet. We're going to buy some new carpet that don't have all that jute mat and it's not all disgusting. So we're going to get some new carpet for it. So it had to be tit for tat. We're only going to save ounces because when we lose that mat, it's underneath there. It's pretty heavy, but we're not going to be too worried. And then just a minute ago, I took all that out of there. Now I know some of y'all are like, what the hell, Kevin? Oh yeah. Well, when I got this car 2.5 years ago, the heat did not work in it. And clearly the air didn't work because they ain't got an air compressor on it. So ain't no way. And heck, the AC would ever work, but heat didn't work. I told myself I was going to fix it. Well, every time I went to go work on it, the blower motor wouldn't do like it's supposed to. And then looking into it, I was going to yank the whole dash out of it because somebody did that to it. That was not me. That was the way we got the car. That wasn't Chase. That's the way we got the car. It wasn't that way when it left the last person that LS swapped it, so you can do the math and figure it out. So we got rid of that crap right there. So there's a solid 10 pounds of crap there. So we're 120 pounds off the car now. So that should get us right at 3310, if not right at 3300 here and there. So that's a lot better than 3430. And like I said, I weigh 75 pounds less than Chase. So if it's 3400, I mean 3300 now with him in it, that's 3225. And we're going to take a few more things here and there out. Like I said, I am going to tube nose it. Somebody made a suggestion to put the radiator in the back. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Here's Hayden McGraw to give me all the things I've done wrong today. So y'all don't have to type below. He's going to tell me every single thing I've done wrong. Just pulling Knowles, that'll never work.
That never works right there.
No, that'd never work right there. So like I said, this should get the car down with this big chungus right here to 3,300 pounds. Depending on how many Big Macs are ate before he gets there. Actually, he lost 10 pounds. So now we know we're down. Oh, man, we're 3290 with you in it.
Fuck you.
Hey, I'm being generous.
230 raw pounds.
Hey, what'd you weigh the day we went and weighed the car?
245.
Okay, so you've lost 15 pounds since then. Okay. So now we're at 3285. with you in it. So we're losing weight left and right. So we're doing what we can do. Like I said, we are going to change a few things here and there. And the next thing is obviously save up and do a tube nose on it. That is going to be an expensive ordeal because things are doing nothing but going up. I should have saved weight when I took that off and went manual. And obviously these brakes right here are definitely lighter than what we had on there. So I probably didn't save no weight when I went to the disc brakes, but it doesn't matter. It stops better. And you can see it's still a car. But sad that I lost that stuff, but it is what it is. And ain't much I can do. I am going to put the submarine belt in it. I probably won't cover that in this video, but I'm going to get the submarine belt in it. So there's 3 ounces back in it. Darn it, we're going the wrong way. What I was trying to say before I started talking to Chase was, obviously all the lights work. I have that light. I plug it in. It works, has it, the backing and everything. I just have it there right now because that's what the turbo is. When we tube nose it, we'll move the turbo over to here. And we're also going to change the radiator setups and many different things we could do. But all the lights work. All the windows still roll down. The radio still works on the damn thing for GB's sake. So I still have a radio in it. Obviously probably not for much longer. I may just get mad and take that out too. But you know, we're getting there. Trying to get our goals going here. We want some 530s, 540s. That's the ultimate goal here. Hit everything so far. We want to hit a few more. So we're going to do our best to get there. It's a hard road. It takes a little bit of money, and I'm kind of broke, so I got to hustle for everything. So like I said, I got that K-member used, and I had to weld a few things there, and there's Chase sneaking off, trying, don't get out of here. Where you going?
I'm getting
I know. My thing. Gotta get your thing. Gotta keep that thing on, you never know. So anywho, like I said, I hate to try to repeat myself, but we're going to make the goal. We're going to give it hard this year. We are going to get back to the track here before long. Just this whole gas thing is killing us. I know it's killing you. We're not going to say nothing political because, you know, we don't want to do that stuff here. We're not that kind. So any hoozles, you can say what you want in the comments. I don't care. I'll give you a thumbs up. It don't bother me none. I ain't offended by nothing. So it's cool by me. But like I said, I'm going to just have to be wise with my money this year and make sure I spend it wisely. And basically I want to just get every deal I can get. And so I may have to wait before I get the tube nose and see if I can get a deal off of something somehow, some way. Biggest goal is to be fast enough that I need a parachute. That'd be awesome. I don't want to put one on there until I legitimately need it. Right now I don't legitimately need it at all, so there's no point in putting it on there. So any hoozles, like I said, we're going to be careful with our money, make our moves wise. We're going to stay SBE 5.3 for a little while. If something happens, we have Forge 5.3. Would like to get some better heads for that 5.3 over there. Just don't know what I want to do yet, because that takes a lot of money. So we'll have to admire, see what our deals are here, and count pennies and be wise with our money. All I've got for today. It is now Monday. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday, but didn't have a lot to cover. I did have to adjust that wheel over there, get the toe in to it done. It should be close enough now they can go to the alignment shop and they won't say, hey, what idiot put this front end on? I'll say, yeah, it was me. So that's what we'll do there, and we're good to go. It's basically ready to go back to the track right now, the way it sets. So we got to figure out what dates we can go. Probably hit a test and tune up before long. The worst part of it is now it's the hot time of year. So, got to go at night, which is cool. But generally, the test and tunes are Thursdays to the track I prefer to go, which is Shady Side. Let me say it in English, Shady Side. And I have to work during the weekend. Sometimes I don't get off quite that early. So, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll get it done. One way or another, we will get it done, okay? So, we'll catch you later. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you. Bye.